안녕하세요, 여러분. Hallyu Reviews입니다.
Hey y'all, I'm Shammer and I'm back with my girl Sabrina, and we are Hallyu Reviews. Two Americans who are swept up in the Korean wave as it reaches across the globe. We have a love of all Korean music. And we are reacting to Hallyu. And we were talking about the romanization, and because Sabrina and I are learning Korean, we've been talking about the discussion of how the romanization doesn't always match the Korean, like Hangul. And so it's pronounced but it's not really in Hangul.
Yeah, it's more like a I mean, when I
Like,
speak I think like yummy, that's delicious, like mm in English. Like I know in learning Korean,
but it's more like
yeah, I mean that's definitely like an sound though, like an for the Korean. But I know that a lot of people tell you, like especially Korean, like native Korean speakers will say don't pay any attention to the romanization because it gives you a false impression of certain sounds, but it's more important to learn the Korean. So if I seem obsessed with that, it's because that's what I've been told and trying to learn it so that I can read it properly and pronounce it properly. So it's always interesting to me when I see a word in both English and Korean or hear, like we talked about this with Baekhyun's Bambi. It's
Bambi.
Yeah, it's more like Bambi than Bambi. So I don't know how much they make it.
But I think that's also the way they kind of pronounce their B's in general, like.
Right, it should have been more of a p sound than a b.
Buh.
So, but I mean, I get it too because Bambi is a relatable English word, and so is a relatable thing as well. But is it supposed to be meaning the same thing?
Is it a word? Like isn't really a word. It's
not.
a sound. So
Yeah.
Is a word in Korean that doesn't translate into So we talked about, we're just going to kind of have to listen to the song to understand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I looked this up before, and but I can't remember. Yes, that's right. So in Korean, that is supposed to mean like like HMN, like you're thinking, not as in finger looking good. So I haven't watched the video, excuse me, or heard the song, so it'll be interesting to see how it's used.
Okay. Interesting.
Right. It's semantics, but it's very interesting. Okay. Not to.
But it's important, and that's part of what Hallyu does.
Right.
I mean, that's part of bridging the gap between.
It's all about understanding
the two cultures.
That's right. All right, so don't know anything at all about this song other than focusing. I really focused on the words. So all right, here we go. Now We Love Treasure.
Let's go.
From 2020. It's 12 members. This is early on.
깜짝이야 너를 보면 입이 벌어져 활짝 눈부신 빛에 눈이 멀어 내 발짝 또 네 생각을 하고 있지 매일 밤 천국의 향기 맡아 날아올라 모든 게 완벽한 오늘이 바로 네 day 둘만의 비밀을 만들어보자 my babe 자연스레 난 널 리드하는 리더가 돼 사실은 널 보면 떨려 긴장이 나고 또 버리게 만드는 멘트 나만 보면 놀라 감탄해 너의 곁으로 어디든 달려가 running 그래 나야 겁먹을 필요 없잖아 내 손 잡아 무조건 날 믿어 you know what I'm saying 그래 지금 그 눈빛으로 나를 쳐다볼 때 터질 것 같아 너 때문에 지금 내 심장이 미친 것 같아 터질 것 같아 너 때문에 위험해지
Well, I think sometimes too there's a disconnect between what they're thinking is the English language and what is
Very true.
being perceived as the Korean romanization of it as well, and so that might be kind of what's happening here. Because I think that the that they're saying is going to be kind of how they would interpret it, but.
Well, and I mean, this is where, like, when we first started this channel, everyone was like, use subtitles, and we were like, no, we don't want to use subtitles because
It's not always
it's
perceived
not
correctly.
right, and it's a lot. We've talked about this with the Korean language, that it's more, sometimes ideas. I mean, we were just talking about this earlier when we were reacting to the BTS Boys with Fun, trying to actually dissect the word and what it means in English, and so much. I mean, we did this with August D's
and Taeyang and Seed.
right, and Taeyang and Seed. Like it really is like you have to know the language, and so they're kind of giving you one version of it, but it's like, gosh, there's so much more to it. So sorry if we digress. It's just very interesting to us.
It's also one of the things that makes our channel different.
That's true. That's true.
널 좀 더 원해 원해 want some more yeah 넌 내 무릎이 단단하게 만들어 유일해 이 한 놈 바치고 풍요왕이야 넌 마치 면자 같아 필터 따윈 필요 없지 헛소리가 나와 그 값은 감정 불가 너만 보면 놀라 감탄해 너의 곁으로 어디든 달려가 running 그래 나야 겁먹을 필요 없잖아 내 손 잡아 무조건 날 믿어 you know what I'm saying 그래 지금 그 눈빛으로 나를 쳐다볼 때 터질 것 같아 너 때문에 지금 내 심장이
They're not getting the I'm definitely getting the more like yeah.
터질 것 같아 너 때문에
Although I'm not sure that would make me feel treasured. It's more like wanted. Well, wanted. Like that's more of what I'm getting.
Let me
Like
treasure you.
we have different. See, even in English, there are different meanings of the word. Apparently, it's dangerous. That's more what I'm getting from the emergency.
Okay, my girls know what that means, right? Let me treasure you.
I know what you mean.
Okay, girl.
I'm just saying.
Be treasured. Be treasured.
All right, all right. Lordy.
So not 13 sometimes.
That's so funny. Beep. Aww.
You said it hadn't happened.
That was good.
It was good. It was a lot of fun.
I still don't feel like we've hit a song that I've connected with for Treasure as much as I did with Jigjin.
Jigjin. I know. I was
Jigjin
thinking
has
the same thing.
definitely
Like
been
Jigjin is
my favorite so
so
far.
much fun. Like
Yeah. Musically, it was a really good song. I mean, I feel like we got to hear their voices. I also felt like the vocals stood out for each member. Like, this was perfectly fine. But I just really like Jigjin was like a.
where does Jigjin fall in terms of this one? Like it was after this one, wasn't it? Or was it before this one? Jigjin was more recent than this one.
I think Jigjin was more recent. Jigjin was right before, if I'm not mistaken, they went from 12 to 10. So
Okay.
like I think after Jigjin, I could be completely
Because
wrong.
I was
Treasure
getting
Makers,
more
let us know.
like, I don't know, I was getting more like grown-up vibes from this one than I was from Jigjin.
But Jigjin just was musically,
It was
I think,
musically
a
more-
really.
yeah.
It would, I mean, and maybe I'm only saying that because I really enjoyed it, so it stood out to me. But
Well, and it had different.
the rhythms
Rhythm,
changed a
yes, the
lot.
rhythm.
It was very like colorful, which colorful doesn't necessarily make it a good like album or a good video,
But it stood out.
it
Like
really
was,
did, like-
yes, with the car like noises and vibes and like
yeah.
it really did stand out. Like I even added it to my Instagram account because it was just one of those ones where it was just like man, it
Right.
really had that
Connected with
great,
you.
powerful, like,
I agree.
fun, like,
I agree. So if you guys are treasure makers out there, let us know, is this more their general style, or is Jikjen more their normal style, or
have we not reached them, like, in terms of what to expect normally, like, what do you think is the cream of the crop, like, where do we need to go from here,
right?
what are your thoughts on Treasure?
Absolutely, because we've done a couple of songs from them now, and like I said, I think Jikjen's been my favorite of the group. So let us know what you guys think we should look at next.
I like this one. It was fun.
This was a really good. I just wonder. See, I think like I should be hired to like travel with these groups and be like, okay, see, so what you're saying is this, but I think
What you want to say is this.
and I get it because that line makes an sound. So they're trying to say like, we are saying like, so our M doesn't have a vowel at the beginning. It's just a and they're saying like an like, so I get it. That's why they would probably spell it like that. But again, that word doesn't mean MMM. It means HMM. So yeah, just a thing.
But that isn't even an H. That's a U.
Right, but that they
Actually, it's an EU.
actually is an EU with an M.
With an M,
Right.
yeah.
And but they're, according to this, the word though means like
yeah.
HMM. So I don't know.
Semantics, y'all. What
Love
do
it.
you do?
So
You make sure you check out our Hallyu Reviews website. That's what you do. Check
That's
out
right.
our Hallyu Reviews. Then that will tell you which drama blogs to check out and
well, check out our
watch.
drama blog, but it'll tell you which dramas too.
Oh, that's
right?
true. That's
Semantics. English is our first language.
Oh, gee.
It's getting
I'm
late,
gonna let her
guys.
talk now.
It's getting late. Please, thank you for sticking with us. But yeah, definitely check out our Hallyu Reviews website. That link will be in the description down below. If you have more direction for us with Treasure, make sure you put that down in the comments. And until next time,
Annyeong.
annyeong.